The last transformation we're going to do is the transformation D. This is a vertical translation. Um, and it's as it should be. It's not in the bracket with x, so it's a transformation on y. And if the d value is greater than 0, something like a plus 2, the graph is going to be shifted up. And if the graph, or the equation is something like an x minus 3, the graph is going to be shifted down. Yay, y values. So first thing I'm going to do is describe how the graph of the function can be obtained from one of the basic graphs and graph the function. So for this one, we're going to start with y is equal to the absolute value of x, which hopefully you guys are good at now. You've got negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, which gives you 2, 1, 0, 1, 2. So it's that V-shaped graph. I'm just going to quickly put some dots to guide my eyes. And I'm going to connect them. And then same thing on the other side. And again, if you have a ruler, you don't need all these dots. You could just put the one on the corner even and connect it to the origin. Okay. Then what are we going to do? Well, we are going to look at the fact that this is a minus 3. So this is going to be a vertical translation, or we can just call it shift it down 3 by subtracting 3 from the y value. I don't know. I feel like that's so long-winded. And I feel like the textbook, like it starts out really long-winded and then they kind of shorten it themselves. So whatever you're kind of comfortable with right now, you know hopefully that I will accept. So let's just make our table of values over here. Again, this one's a transformation on y, not x. So we're going to keep our x values the same. Negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. And then for our y values, you're going to take that absolute value of x and then you're just going to subtract 3 from it. In other words, all of our y values are going to have minus 3. So 2 minus 3 is negative 1, or just plug them into your table of values, right? So if we plug in the absolute value of negative 2 is 2 minus 3 is negative 1. It does the same thing. So whether you're subtracting 3 from an original graph or whether you're doing it from scratch with the table of values, you're going to get the same result. So I'm going to get negative 2, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1. And again, let's just check this last one. So y equals the absolute value of 2 minus 3. Oh, look at that. It's negative 1. So really what we're going to do is take this blue graph and we're going to shift it down 1, 2, 3. And then it's going to keep its shape just shifted down 3. Ooh, going faster was better. All right. So first things first, describe how the graph of the function can be obtained from one of the base graphs. First of all, you have to identify the base graph. So for this one, it is the reciprocal or the rational graph. And then what's happening? Well, this plus 2 is not down here with the x. So this is going to be a shift up by 2. Okay. And if you just put move up 2, that's great. This one, my base graph is going to be the absolute value of x. Where is it going to go? It's going to shift down 4. And then if you're going to find the equation of a graph, so if I'm going to shift this one down 5, that means I'm going to subtract 5, not in the bracket with the x, but outside. If it's going to shift up 4, it means I'm going to be adding 4. So I would have y equals x cubed plus 4. Now let's start transforming points. Hopefully I'm not going too fast for you. You can always pause. What is this going to do? Well, this is going to be a transformation on y because it's not in the bracket with x. Y is as it should be. So from the y value, I'm going to subtract 7. My new point would be 2, 1. Pause the video, try the next one. Or just go y plus 2. My point was 2, 8. I'm going to add 2 to it, and I'm going to have a point 2, 10. So that lastly, you can just accept the fact that we have this piecewise base graph, and what are we going to do to it? Well, this is going to shift it up 2. You could literally take all your points and just shift them up 2 because it is a basic transformation. And you could just sketch your new graph. Or you take those key points. So we have a key point at negative 5, 2. We have a key point at negative 2, 2. We have a key point at 0, 4, 3, negative 2. Sometimes I'll take like a point in the middle, just keep myself straight. And then lastly at 4, 1. And to all of these, we are going to add 2 to their y value. Our new point would be negative 5, 4, check. Negative 2, 4, check. 0, 6, check. 3, 0, check. Just look for that one. And then 4, 3. Awesome. All right, that is the end of the next video.